Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm wrong, guys. I will be live tonight on not only YouTube Live, but at my website, paulbegleyprophecy.com, and also on new live stream. Okay? We've got another way to do that. So that's great. Now, we do have some breaking news coming out of Israel. We know this confrontation with the Israeli plane getting shot down by the Syrians. First, Iran flew a drone over the Golan Heights into Israeli territory. Israel took the drone down. Israel then flew a plane into Syria, blew up the location that had launched the drone. As the Israeli plane was coming back, boom, the F-16 fighter jet was shot down by Syria. Israel then turned around. Good news, it shot it down. The plane crashed in Israel, and the two pilots did eject and are safe. But Israel turned around and went back and struck 12 Iranian locations. And now Vladimir Putin got involved, warned Israel and Iran not to escalate the situation. Israel told Putin, we're not trying to, but we will defend our land. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu, under pressure of information is out there that he has been getting a lot of political pressure, as some of you know. Anyway, and with phony allegations against him, but he stands up strong today and issued a stark warning today over Iran's presence. The very fact, why is Iran in Syria in the first place? Okay, and I've been saying that since the Arab Spring began. Thank you, Barack Obama. You're the reason. You and John Kerry, Hillary Clinton, you're the guys who are the ones that caused this. Well, now Iran is there, and then Obama empowered Iran with the Iranian nuke deal, despite Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, repeatedly saying this is horrible, and President Donald Trump said it's the worst agreement in history. Now Israel has issued a stark warning today over Iran's presence in neighboring Syria near the Israeli border after a confrontation threatened to open a new and unpredictable period in the country's 7-year civil war in Syria. Israel carried out major airstrikes in Syria yesterday, including against what it described as Iranian targets, the first time it had publicly acknowledged doing so since the war began. The raids came after an Israeli F-16 fighter jet was shot down by Syrian air defenses. The pilots survived, but it was Israel's first loss of a warplane in battle, get this, since 1982. You don't think this doesn't strike a nerve with the Israelis? We inflicted on Saturday a heavy blow to the Iranians and the Syrian forces, said Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in the start of his Sunday cabinet meeting. Quote, we made clear to everyone that our rules of engagement will not change in any way. We will continue to harm anyone who tries to harm us. This was our policy, and this will remain our policy, said the Prime Minister Netanyahu. Other Israeli ministers spoke of refusing to accept Iranian entrenching itself in military in Syria. As Netanyahu had said repeatedly, Tehran denies it is doing so. While several analysts said they did not expect a further escalation in the coming days, some spoke of the possibility of a Syrian war entering a new phase. Syria has become a more emboldened to try to stop Israeli airstrikes inside its country, while Israel wants to maintain its ability to operate there when it sees fit. Now, Israel has sought to stay out of direct involvement in the Syrian war, but it acknowledges carrying out dozens of airstrikes there to stop what it describes as the delivery of advanced weapons to Lebanese Shiite Muslim militants called Hezbollah. And Israel fought a devastating war back in 2006 with Hezbollah in Lebanon. You may remember that, which along with Iranian and Russian backs the Syrian regime in the conflict. So I think this incident is more likely to be contained because fundamentally it is a gradual attempt to renegotiate the so-called rules of the game. But witnesses said Israel had deployed a missile defense system in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights near the right there on the demilitarized zone with Syria on Sunday morning. Somebody's playing with fire here, folks. These events have really sparked an international disturbance, and the stress levels couldn't be higher. We're going to have to wait and see what develops a little bit later on this. If you look at it from a biblical prophecy standpoint, as I was preaching today in Lady Lake, Florida, here in Revival, look, folks, you're on the brink of Ezekiel 38. Gog and Magog. You have the Russians there. You have the Syrians there. You have the Iranians there, or Persia. You have the bands of Togarmah, which are Turkey, lingering around there. You have Ethiopia and Libya, full of jihadis. You have the Free Syrian Army. You have Assad's army. You have the Kurds. You have the U.S. Army. You have even Chinese soldiers. I mean, people are lurking everywhere in the region. And Iran has always said repeatedly they wanted to annihilate Israel. Israel's not taking chances. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the last days. Don't miss tonight, Sunday Night Live. I'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. Also, new live stream, Roku satellite television, and on the YouTube channel, and on the direct radio line. Don't miss it. It's going to be powerful. Tonight, 7 p.m. Are you serious?